Hello everyone, Crystal Lynn here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning into Love with me. Welcome to another pick a card reading for you guys. I've got today Deep Knowing is what this reading is inspired from. Tuning into all of you for a moment, just asking what is it that people want to know right now? What kind of questions are they asking? And this card is what came out, Deep Knowing. So before we tune into the messages here, take a moment to tune into the 4 different groups I have here. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be here, for tuning in to this message. It is just for you guys. I feel so connected to each of you, and I'm so honored to bring messages of just clarity and affirmation and just validation of what you're feeling inside. I know that that can be such a relief on so many levels. So whatever I can do to support your journey, I'm honored, and I love this card. And so before we tune into each message, let's take a moment to read the message, the oracle for this card, which is all about intuition, listening to the oracle within, okay, empathy and hypersensitivity. So you may be feeling extra sensitive right now, and there's a reason for that, okay? The message is, intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or 5 senses. Excuse me. But which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing, so tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources, okay? So this is all about that deep knowing within you, like your heart and soul. When you meet someone, when there's an opportunity and you just know that it's going to be meaningful, right? You know, no matter what, it's going to be meaningful, it's going to be enriching in your life in some way, and it's usually those things that come suddenly, right, out of the blue, but there's like this feeling, this connection deep within you. So pay attention right now, extra attention to everything that's going on in your reality, to the people that are showing up into opportunities, situations, whatever is being presented to you and you have this deep knowing about. Let's get into these messages and see what we can affirm for you, okay? So let's start with group 1. And I will put timestamps in the description box, you guys, so you can jump right to your reading. But thank you so much for being here, for your subscribes, likes, comments, shares, for being a part of this channel, for just walking this path of love with me and being amazing, because I know how challenging it is. It takes a lot of inner strength. It takes a lot of courage and bravery. So thank you for trusting yourself. Thank you for walking this path. Thank you for choosing to stay empowered, be empowered, and keep moving forward. And when you fall down, you get back up. I know you do. So I thank you truly from the bottom of my heart, and I'm grateful. Okay, so let's just dive right into this reading. I'm feeling urged to just get into it. Let's start with group number 1 here. I just pulled the cards, so we're going to see what's come out and what's going on with you guys, okay? Oh, serendipity. So a lot of synchronicities around you right now. Reflection, winter solstice, time to go from the angels. Choose peace from the Ascended Masters, Yogananda. Detach, 11, which is the Justice card in the tarot. 8 of Pentacles, dedicated effort, and success and growth, which is the 8 of Wands, okay? Just get these. Five of Pentacles, the Chariot in reverse, and the Emperor in reverse. Okay. So right now, yes, this deep knowing you have within you, okay, you are being surrounded right now with synchronicities, with this magical energy, okay? And this magical energy is guiding you on your soul path, on your authentic path. And the universe works in this way to align us in a very magical way, because we are taught to not be magical. We're taught to be very logical and very much immersed in the material world as being the end all be all. Like, you know, this is what it is. This is all there is and there's nothing else. Well, when serendipity comes in, when synchronicities come in, when it's time for us to really step onto our authentic path, the universe speaks to us through symbols, through signs, through omens, through our intuition, through things that the actual physical world cannot, I shouldn't say physical world, the programming, right? The false programming, the false beliefs, the fear-based consciousness is not magical. So when you start seeing a lot of synchronicities, when you start experiencing really magical things, or like something happening at the right moment, or someone saying the right thing, or bumping into that person, or, you know, just something turning out in your favor, like miraculously, like all of these things are the universe and your higher self aligning you to your path. And so it can go both ways, but it's about following the signs of synchronicities, believing in the magic, and believing that you are being aligned onto your path, okay? So this deep knowing within you, okay, you're being asked to really go inside yourself right now and reflect on, especially this past year. I love that it's coming out right now in December. I'm doing this reading in December. I know it's timeless, but this is a card about really going back over the past year and taking a look at everything that's played out, everything that's happened, the choices that we've made, you know, the consequences that resulted from those choices. And it's about being able to reflect on that. You know, was that serving my highest good? Was it not? And whatever you're deciding not to carry forward with you on this path for moving forward, is time to release. It's time to truly reflect on it as wisdom gained, experience learned, lessons learned, and to help you see your own reflection clearer, to help you see that you can overcome and transform, and you can be anyone you choose to be. And it's about being grateful for those experiences that got you to this point in time, and also reflecting on the things in your life that really nurture you and who you really are, and embracing that energy more, you know, allowing your energy to flow in that direction more. Because with the detached justice card, this is about seeing things from a very fair perspective, through the eyes of love, through the eyes of fairness, okay? It's about being able to see things from a higher spiritual perspective, which I love. It comes with the Eight of Wands here. This is a very fiery spiritual energy. It's about action. It's about movement forward in the path of success and growth, where these ideas of love, these seeds that you're planting of fairness, of justice, are flourishing. They're actually beginning to grow. And as we detach from people, from places, from situations, regardless of what it is, you know, it's about seeing it from a higher perspective. It's about being able to detach emotionally from it and see it from the eyes of a neutral observer, and being able to, you know, sort of look at it and judge it based on that perspective from a very non-emotional place, yet, you know, you're basing your choice on the highest good of all. So it's not about winning or losing. It's about being fair, and it's about detaching. It's like, you know, if you love something, right, you let it go. If it doesn't want you to hold it, if it doesn't want to be held captive, the fair thing to do, even though you love it, is to let it go and say, I wish you, because I love you, I wish you the feeling of freedom and joy and to live your life. And so I'm letting you go, because me holding on to you is keeping you from being this free bird, right? So it's like that. And knowing that it's for the highest good of all. And in return, this bird is going to love you forever because you set it free. And it will probably come back to visit you all the time and sit on your shoulder, right? So it's that energy of a very spiritual perspective and stepping outside of yourself and really seeing things through the eyes of fairness, through love, okay? And that's going to help you hone in on where the true feeling of prosperity or that true feeling of source is within you, like your heart, like really being at peace. It's going to help you come out of the cold from whatever situation you're in. You know, maybe you feel like you're left out in the cold, or you're really focused on coming into this equal energy of give and receive. You know, you're understanding where the true source of love comes from, and it comes from within, and you have this power to look above, and the synchronicities are affirming that for you. With the dedicated effort here, 8 of Pentacles, it's really working hard at something that you're very passionate about, in a sense of for the long term. You know, it's like building your solid family foundation, or, you know, building a home, you know, and putting, you know, doing everything right the first time, really paying attention to the details. It's about mastering your craft. It's about learning and education and doing what it takes to master something or to create something, that you're in it for the long haul, that you're, you know, you're putting your time and energy into it being the best it can be. And it's coming from within you. It's coming because it's in alignment with who you are. And so you enjoy putting that time and energy into. It looks like this guy who's painting this masterpiece, you know, he's dedicated to this masterpiece being an expression of his soul. It's more than just it being, it's not, nothing is ever perfect, but it's a perfect expression of how his feelings are coming out on this canvas, you know. And it's also going to be admired, and it's going to affect others who look at this piece, and this very obviously that's like a giant, you know, structure, building, church, something. And so it's going to have an effect on people. And so putting your, you know, mastering what you're doing is going to affect people in a positive way. And with the Chariot in reverse, this is spiritual energy, this divine intervention type energy that gives us that extra oomph to move forward on our path. And when it comes in reverse, it's like we're feeling a little bit stuck or halted, or we're trying to make things happen on our, like with our own willpower, and we feel like we can't, and it's because Spirit's saying no. You know, you've got to let go of trying to control everything outside of you, and you've got to turn the focus back within. Okay, you've got to go back within yourself and what it is that you're doing, and really move with the flow, right? Get in the flow. With the serendipity is trying to guide you into the flow so that you're not feeling left out and stuck and halted. And, you know, it's like what's not meant for you isn't going to flow. What is meant for you is going to flow, and don't allow it to throw you off your course. Instead, when you feel stuck, okay, when you feel like things aren't moving and you're like, you can't do anything, just stop and go within and focus on those things that are long lasting in your life right now. You know, projects, children, families, work, whatever it is that you're doing that is going to be in your life for the long term. Pour your energy into that to allow yourself to be open to the synchronicities, because I feel like you are moving on a new path, right? And the success and growth is this fiery, passionate energy of moving forward on this path, taking action. And so if you're feeling stuck, this energy can cause us to be very fiery, and, you know, with the Emperor in reverse, it can be kind of rigid. Like I feel like you might be feeling like you have to control things, or, you know, things have to be firm in a certain way. But this is about you letting go of that control and recognizing that by mastering your inner strength, mastering that inner drive that's connected to Spirit, you won't feel the need to control, because you know that source is in control and you're in alignment with it and you're in tune with it. You're in tune with your intuition, you're listening, so you'll know every step to take as you move along. And if there's something that's not right, your intuition is going to be like, oh snap, that's not right. Time to pull back my energy, right, before I'm moving forward, and really tune in with it. Time to pull back, detach. If you feel something's not right, instead of getting grouchy about it and, allowing the energy to kind of pull you down, detach, see things from a higher perspective. It's like detach, go up, go in, it's like, whoa, but really it's all within you. It's like, it's a shifting of our mental state, our mindset, and it helps us see things completely different. And that's why we need magic, because magic is unbelievable. But once we believe magic and we realize the magic's within us and that it's connected to everything around us and within, like, we don't have to try and force things anymore. We don't have to try and make things a certain way. What happens is that we come out of the cold, we come into an equal energy exchange, okay? This energy that's guiding us, this forward, flourishing energy that's spiritual, that's like fulfilling and like, yes, right? You're going to be guided by that magic. And what's going to happen is that the chariot will start moving forward because it's connected to the stars, the cosmos, universal will. It's not just your will. It's about rising above duality. It's about seeing that you are more than a human being, okay? You're an infinite being. And duality, it's like dark, light. It's like we're trying to do things in a certain way, but really it's about rising above to the higher spiritual perspective, charging forth on your path with passion and fire. This energy is actually around a lot right now, the chariot. So once you get in tune with the true nature, which I see you are, you have this very strong leadership quality, you're going to be able to move forward with just like this power, this fire, but it's not going to be controlled or rigid or authoritative. It's going to be confident, and it's going to be, compassionate and strong. It's going to be very peaceful, very solid. Like, you're just going to be like, yeah, this is it. And in that sense, you feel this leadership in your life that doesn't compare to anything else, because you're being guided by your higher self. And no one can come in between you and your higher self. No one can come in between you and spirit, right? The angels say the sun sets and rises each day. And it's the same with the avenues in your life. See the beauty within each sunset in your life, and know that the sun will also rise again tomorrow. Endings are merely the start of a new beginning, and we are with you through each phase and cycle. I'm going to read that card. So the angels bring you this card to help you admit to yourself that it's time to leave. You already know the situation they're referring to. You've hesitated leaving because of loyalties and fears, yet the angels assure you that it's the best way. Work very closely with your angels during this transition to ensure its harmony for everyone concerned. Surrender any guilt or other negative emotions to heaven, as your energy needs to stay high right now, okay? So, whatever relationship is ending right now, trust and know that it's part of your soul's evolution and theirs, and that you each have something to learn from this relationship that's very important in your life. But this purpose has been served, and you can let it go. You can detach. You can continue focusing on your path, moving forward, reflecting on what no longer serves. Let it be in the past. Let it do what it needs to do. And just be courageous, choosing peace. No matter what the situation is, choose peace. This is all about taking that middle road, staying neutral in situations and being able to choose the path that leads to your peace of mind, peace of mind of others. And when you do that, there's nothing else to worry about. There's no more needing to control, or, you know, it's like letting go of control is so hard. But what we realize is that there's nothing we need to control, because our higher selves are already in control. The universe is in control. And if we go against the universe, it will humble us one way or the other. I know I'm very stubborn. The reason I can be so chill now is because the universe really showed me that I'm not in control of anything, and I know nothing at all. Honestly, you know, it's like if we can just adopt this attitude of, I don't know anything, and I don't need to, because my higher self knows it all, and it's guiding me every step of the way. It's going to tell me if this feels right or if this doesn't feel right. I don't need to prove anything. I am being guided. This is real. I'm going to keep pouring my creative energy, my time into something solid and lasting that's going to flourish. And I'm going to choose peace, you know, like it's time for that cycle of all of that energy in your life is completing. And now you are moving into something very solid, very long lasting, very real. Okay. Amazing. So keep following the signs, keep that spirit of serendipity, you know, at the forefront of what you're doing. And when you see the synchronicities, when you see the magic around you, you know, that's like signs and opportunities and magical alignment of events coming your way. Okay. It's really about coming into alignment with your path, harmony, luck, you know, your fortune becoming everyone's fortune. You know, the emperor, he has an empire of people who benefit from his leadership, who admire him, who are loyal to him because they love him, because he cares about their well-being, right? So, you know, you are a very loving person, and it's time for you to love yourself. And, you know, by doing so, you're showing others how to love themselves. And, you know, love is not about being weak. Love is stronger than anything, than any force on earth. It is the strongest force on earth. That's why it takes an emperor. You know, it takes tremendous strength and understanding that your willpower, you have the free choice to do anything, but your willpower is fueled by source, not by the ego. It comes from within. Okay? I love you. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. I truly hope this message resonated, affirmed your own deep knowing within you of what you need to do and, you know, where you're going, which is an amazing path ahead of you. So have no fear. It doesn't exist. Remember that you are love, infinite, your strength, and you're a leader, and you're here to lead. So thank you for being a leader. Thank you for choosing love. And I'm just wishing you all the love in the world, because I just see it all coming. I can just see it. I can just feel it. It's very peaceful. Like, I want to come sit in your empire and chill, because I think it'd be really calm. Like, it would just feel really good. I can just feel that. So thank you. And thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. And we'll see you guys next time. We are going to move on to group number 2. Have a beautiful day. Okay, group number 2. So what is this deep knowing within you? What is going on with you guys? We've got Treasure Island, Fairies, Earth Magic, Let Your Past Go from the Angels. You are seeing this situation accurately, Horus. Don't you love that? Lead, which is the Emperor. Moving on, which is the 8 of Cups. 3, take the lead, which is the 3 of Wands. 3 of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Wow. I love this. I love this reading. Okay. Wow, you guys. This is great. Okay, so This deep knowing that you have within you is, your intuition is super, super heightened right now and super spot on, okay? You're seeing the situation accurately. Whatever you're feeling about this situation, this knowing is absolutely spot on, because you are in the process of really taking the lead over yourself and your relationships and what fulfills you on a deep level. You know, your spiritual path, you're going through a transition, and it's, you know, there are some things that you weren't seeing, but there's this deep emotional connection that you have. Wherever you're moving forward, you have a very deep emotional connection too. And this is something that is going to move you into building a very beautiful, solid foundation of unconditional love. It's very prosperous, very abundant. You know, leaving a legacy for your future generations, leaving a legacy for others. Like, you are the emperor, and you're here to create a legacy of unconditional love. Like, you are a leader. So let's read this Treasure Island card, because I am seeing a lot here. Let's see. And it's the number 9 card, which is beautiful. It's all about the law of attraction, bringing dreams into fruition, the result of positive thinking made manifest, abundance appearing as if from nowhere, and financial gains and the sharing of good fortune, which is exactly what I am seeing here. Wow. Who are you? You have got some really beautiful energy surrounding you. You have done a lot of work on yourself, and I am just like, want to be like, bravo, congratulations, because, you know, you have really been tuning into your purpose here. Like, not just your wishes being fulfilled, not just your desires, but like your purpose here on earth. And it's to create a solid foundation of unconditional love, okay? Treasure Island card is all about working hard and you worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasures shared multiplies like magic. Wow, this is absolutely beautiful. So you are coming into a lot of abundance right now. You are attracting a lot of abundance into your life, and it's because of your mindset and thinking positively. And, you know, because of this energy, you're going to be attracting a lot of beautiful things into your life. As the Emperor card here, really taking lead of the relationships in your life and who you're co-creating with, right? Because as you build this solid foundation, you want to co-create with others who are like-minded, who share the same vision, who are as dedicated to the creation of it as you are, right? And so with the 3 of Pentacles here, this is about coming together with others for a shared vision of manifesting this solid foundation, whether it's in a career, whether it's a project, a hobby, a home, you know, anything, a relationship. It can be anything, but it's something that you're coming together with in a long-term way to collaborate, to bring something to life, to manifest something into life where others are involved, but they're all of equal perspective, you know, equal value, and in the sense of everyone's knows their value, everyone knows their worth, and they're there to share their gifts. They're there to share their skills, their, you know, what they've mastered in You know, the architects here are building this grand building, right? And the engraver, like, his job may be just an engraver to someone, but he's very passionate about what he does. He loves it, and he does it really well, and he enjoys what he does. And his value is immense because he's the only one, right, who can do these incredibly amazing detailed carvings. Like, no one else can do that. It would look like horrible. And so the architects, you know, they see him as equal value. Everyone is equal, give and receive. They don't look down upon him. That's why they have him up here I feel they have him up here on here, because it's like saying, just because he's not the architect, just because he didn't, you know, draw up all the plans, doesn't mean he's any less valuable than they are. You know, if without him, this wouldn't even be happening. So that's how the Emperor is. It's like this deep appreciation for the people in your life that you're collaborating with, that you're co-creating with, and really taking ownership of the relationships that you allow in your life. You're not allowing any drama and negativity, right? You're not allowing conflict and that energy of negativity into your life anymore, and into anything that you're doing. The Eight of Cups is moving away from, you know, things that were not serving us emotionally, things that were, you know, draining us, and taking away from our life force and our creative spirits, you know. And so I see you're moving on from that, and, you know, it's just like this understanding that things happen the way they're supposed to. And with the Moon card there, it's like we may not understand everything. We know there are things that are deep within our subconscious. We know there are things in the unseen, in the dark, that we can't see all the time, and that we don't understand. But we know deep down that it's not right for us. And it doesn't matter what the reason is. The only thing that matters is that it's not right for us, and it's time to move on. And so I see that happening. Because the Moon, you know, it represents things in the unseen. It can be things deep within our subconscious, our shadows. It's about really taking a look at our shadow selves and, you know, who we are, and embracing those shadows and healing them and moving on, so that we're not, you know, inviting that energy back into our lives, that we're healed. And as we move into new relationships, we don't bring that shadow into the relationship with us. We bring it in a healthy place. It's love. We keep it in check. We love it. We nurture it. We strengthen it, you know, whatever it is. But it is interesting because the Moon is very emotional. You know, it's like this deep emotion. You may have a deep emotional connection to someone or the situation that you're leaving behind, which makes it difficult, but you know that you have to let it go, and you're doing it. And there's things that you will understand about it later on. Okay, so taking the lead is this Three of Wands, and really taking those steps forward towards this Ten of Pentacles life, you know, towards this beautiful, amazing, solid home life, foundation, family, whatever it is, career, like lifestyle, community, friends, family. Like, this is true abundance, true prosperity, safety, security. This is celebration. This is a family legacy. And that's where you're moving towards. You're taking those steps towards that on this path, and where it's leading you is absolutely, you are spot on. Wherever you are going, whatever you are doing right now is exactly what your higher self wants you to be doing. I don't see that there's anything you need to worry about from this point forward. It's all about tuning into your higher self and trusting. It's about trusting and continuing to trust, continuing to move forward with that fire and that passion, knowing that you are on this path to this Ten of Pentacles. I mean, you're building it right now. You're taking the lead in your life, your relationships, and you're on this is so beautiful, right? You're seeing the situation accurately. Trust your intuition. Keep trusting your deep knowings. Keep trusting all of it, because you know. This is affirming your knowing. Yes, you know. The person, the situation, whatever it is that you're feeling, yes, it's absolutely right on for you, okay? And then letting your past go, again with the Eight of Cups. The burden of carting your past around has made you weary. Dear one, it's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love, and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. Okay? Let me see if there's anything else there. It says that you receive this card because your thoughts and feelings about the past are holding you back. You're repeating a pattern because of unfinished emotions from the past. This card is a sign to forgive and move on, to stop painful patterns. It doesn't mean that you need to be with the person you've forgiven. It simply means that you've let toxic feelings go in exchange for peace, right? And that's what I see here. Like, there may be things that you don't understand. There may be things in the unseen. There may be things hidden in the darkness right now, you know, that make it challenging to move away from this relationship or this situation. But it's truly about embracing forgiveness and releasing that energy, you know, because true unconditional love forgives. It doesn't hold on to that confusion and anger and all of that stuff that we do as humans. So, you know, forgiving those who have hurt us, forgiving ourselves, and just knowing that the worst is behind you. And as you move forward and continue to choose love and things that are emotionally fulfilling, it's going to heal that pain. And we all have the choice to choose love. And that's something that I've always come back to, is no matter what's happened, I can forgive anyone. I always forgive. If I can forgive myself for anything, I can forgive others, because I know that when I forgive myself, I'm actually going to change. I'm actually going to make a better choice. I'm not going to keep repeating the same choices, the same patterns that got me into the position of needing to forgive myself. But I know I'm going to keep making mistakes because I'm human. Not intentionally, of course, we never do, but that's, if we're not making mistakes, we're not learning. So there are some things, some situations that we don't understand, we're not meant to, or we will later. But it's about choosing to forgive and recognizing that if we can all forgive ourselves, then we can forgive others, and everyone will come to that point when they're ready to. And once we come to that point, we can have an actual heart-to-heart conversation. We can have a conversation that is going to actually benefit all involved. But if that's not happening, it's not serving anyone. So we got to let it go. And we got to let it go, because that energy doesn't live in the Ten of Pentacles. And that's what you're building. So let's see. I'm going to see what Earth Magic has to say here, because you're very connected to the Earth. And this is an energy I'm very familiar with, so I'm excited to share this with you, because this card says you have the same power available to you as the fairies do. It starts with loving the earth through your heartfelt gratitude and appreciation, but more important, through your actions. The fairies can help you reconnect in a more intimate way with the earth, and all they require is your willingness to pay attention to the trees and plant life around you and demonstrate your care. Whether you live in a small space or have an expanse of land, make it a point to be especially attentive to your surrounding vegetation. Plant something, get your hands in the dirt, and do so with love and enthusiasm. Every flower, tree, or shrub you are tending is a living being, so treat each like you would a dear friend. Ask the fairies to help you take care of these friends, and you will be rewarded many times over. Okay? So maybe you love the earth, or you love gardening, you love plants, you love growing things. Something that I've learned about earth and the plants and all of this stuff, everything's alive and everything is telepathic. When I tune in to unconditional love, when I'm out in the woods, when I'm out in the forest, or I'm out in nature, and I breathe in unconditional love, and I breathe it out, and I really tune in, I will see, and I call it the Aluna world. Stuart Wilde, if you've ever heard of him, he calls it the Aluna world. It's the moon. Aluna means moon. And it's basically a reality that's right next to us, but it's on the frequency of unconditional love. And when you tune into unconditional love, the frequency, and really tune into your unique soul frequency, which you have your own unique frequency that resonates with it, and you actually intend to communicate with the plants, and you ask them, because if you think about unconditional love, right, it's this equal give and receive relationship. It's mutual. So when you meet someone, you're not like, hey, you're going to be my friend and you're going to talk to me, right? That's not an unconditionally loving relationship. It's not equal. What's equal is, hi, my name is so-and-so, how are you? And they introduce themselves, and it's this back and forth, hey, do you want to be my friend? Do I want to be your friend? Like, it's not, you're not like, just like, but there are people, of course, but what I'm saying is that if you're out there and you're like, okay, nature, I'm so-and-so, I would love to open up communication with you. I see you, I recognize you as living beings. You may notice some magical things happen to you. You may notice some magical occurrences where the trees will start doing this, and they'll start vibrating, and they'll move. And if you move your hand around, you'll see them move. And it's this Aluna world. It's this Aluna reality. It's this vibrational reality that we're all connected to, but it's telepathic. And nature won't connect with you if you're, it will, but you have to be aware of it. So anyways, just a little earth magic for you there. And I'm excited because I think it opens up this whole new reality to life that we didn't even know existed. And it helps us tune into this true source of unconditional love and why we're here building this foundation. It becomes magical. It becomes so magical and epic, which is what we came here to experience. So I really love this reading. I truly hope it resonated with you and just affirmed what you're feeling and where you're going. And stay focused on this. You got this. You are here to build this solid foundation, this family legacy of prosperity and abundance and love. And, I just think it's awesome. That's what I'm here to do too. And so I'm right with you in heart and spirit and strength and love. And, we're going to do it. It's what we came here to do. So thank you so much for being here. I truly hope it affirmed your intuition, your own deep knowing. And thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, and for just sharing and walking this path with me. I'm truly, truly honored to be a messenger for you guys. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Congratulations. This is amazing. Lots of love to you. Okay, we're going to move on to group number 3 here. All right, group number 3. So what is this deep knowing within you? Let's affirm what's going on. Go the distance. Volcano, volatility, ask from the angels. Spiritual law of attraction from Melchizedek. The Ace of Pentacles, or strengthening bonds. Hierophant, or teach. Refusing to see, which is the Two of Swords. Page of Wands. The Seven of Swords reversed, and the Five of Wands. Okay. All right, you guys. So this deep knowing that you have is, I want to say it's about a relationship. This is a spiritual relationship in some way that you are connecting with someone. It's a relationship, or it's a career. It's an entrepreneurial idea. It's some sort of it's the beginning of something really long lasting. This card is all about bringing your dreams to life and knowing that it takes endurance and strength for the long haul. Like, you have to pay attention to long term and understanding that with that comes like ups and downs. So it's about not paying attention to the fluctuation in things, but instead staying focused on the long-term experience, right? So like, there might be obstacles, there might be things along this distance that you're going, but it's reminding you that no matter what, you have the fortitude, you have the endurance to go the distance. And it's about staying in alignment with your authenticity. That as long as you are authentic, as long as you are in alignment with who you really are, then you're in alignment with the energy of miracles. So when we're in alignment with our spirit, we don't need to fear. We don't need to worry about what's coming ahead, because our spirit, our higher self, is guiding us in every single moment. And whatever is ours will be ours. Like, nothing can come in between that. No obstacle, no challenge, no block, no anything. So it's about committing to going the distance and understanding that you have everything you need to bring your dreams to life. You know, it's just like in any relationship, like when we commit to someone for the long haul, right? In marriage, it's like for better, for worse, you know, up and down, sickness and health. Like, yes, in life we're going to have those things, but that stuff isn't it's not going to keep us from marrying someone or from, you know, moving forward in a career that we absolutely love, because there might be challenges. Guess what? There's challenges in every single thing we do, right? There's hard in everything we do. So we may as well pick the challenges and pick who we want to go through the challenges with, and pick the career, you know, like, do I want to be someone who is fulfilling my dream career and being creative and doing what I love? Yes, I know it'll be challenging. Or do I want to work in a corporate office every day because it's easy? But is it really easy if it's sucking our soul? You know, that's a challenge. Getting up every day. Do you really want to get up every day? Groundhog's Day. You know, so this is about really tuning into your heart and understanding that whatever you truly desire, nothing can take it from you. And as long as you're willing to go the distance, you got nothing to fear, because you're going to overcome everything that comes your way. Okay. And I'm kind of seeing that with like refusing to see in the Five of Wands. This is an energy of refusing to see from someone else's perspective, someone that you really care about, you know. And if you don't care about them, then you don't need to have this combative competition type energy with them. Or even within yourself, like you're refusing to see within yourself. Like, what I'm seeing here is that you're being offered, with the Strengthening Bonds card here, this is also the Ace of Pentacles, but it's about really being offered this new path of really walking in your authentic self, coming into alignment with people and relationships that are authentic to who you are, and building on that, you know, going the distance. Like, you're just beginning this new mentality, this new path of being authentic. And so you're committed to that, though, you know, so there's no reason to doubt yourself any longer. Like, there's this energy of beginning this journey. The Page of Wands is, he hasn't yet begun the journey, but he's very passionate. He's very fired up. He's in this barren desert land, but he doesn't care, because he's got all this fire, all this passion. He's got this idea that's beginning to sprout and flourish, and he's getting ready to trek. He's getting ready to charge forth on his adventure. He's grounded, you know, his fire doesn't have him all over the place, but he's still young. He's still learning, right? He still needs to be open to learning, to understanding relationships, to making mistakes. He needs to be humble. He needs to know that he's not a king yet. Okay. And he's got a lot to learn. He's just beginning this path. So even though you may have mastered a lot in other areas of your life, this path of moving forward in relationships that are serving you is new. So be gentle to yourself and others, especially as you're feeling passionate about it. Like, I can see you're feeling passionate about it. So yeah, strengthening bonds. Let me see what else it says here. The potential exists to now bring greater stability to your relationships. Okay, so it's about being really true and honest with yourself and what you expect from others and what you can offer others, right? So as you're entering in these new relationships, like really tuning into your gifts and being true to yourself, because when we're authentic and we're honest and we speak our truths to one another, when we're able to do that, we develop deeper bonds with one another. You know, we're not scattered, we're not confused, we're not wondering, we're not doing any of that. We're sure, we're solid, we're moving forward, we're learning about each other. We're not afraid to ask for what we need, and we expect others to tell us what they need so that we can, you know, move forward and strengthen our bonds together, right? So I really love that, and that transforms into relationships that go the distance, that last the test of time, right? So stay grounded, especially with the fire energy. Stay grounded and focused on building relationships that are strong and long lasting. As I see here with the Hierophant, the Hierophant's all about, it's the teach card here, but it's all about, we've gone, it's our spiritual path, and how we've gone through things to help us become who we really are, and in doing so, we're able to truly see others for who they are, that we've overcome things, that we've made mistakes, that we've transformed, we've grown, right, because of these things. And so we can help others in their, when they're going through stuff. We have something to offer of value. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a physical thing, because what we have to offer is actually a feeling. It's a energy, right? And it manifests in a lot of different ways. So again, it's like this energy of teaching and learning and rediscovering who you are and who these people coming into your life are. Because you've gone through a lot. To have the Hierophant here means that we've gone through all sorts of things, joys, sorrows, wins, losses, success, like all sorts of things. And so when you were going through really hard times, having someone there that you could talk to and, offer that relief of energy, that release of emotion, being validated, being affirmed in what it is that you were going through, knowing that that's not who you really were. It's just that you were going through that time and you were learning a lot and you were becoming your greater version. You were becoming your best self. And so now you're in a place where you're, you've come a long way, right? And you have a lot to offer and you see things from a higher perspective. So you have a lot to offer in others, and it's like this equal give and receive and going the distance. And, by being aware of who you are in that sense and that awareness, okay, the Seven of Swords in reverse, this is like, to me, you are seeing through manipulation and lower vibrational energies and thoughts. You're seeing through negative thought patterns. You're seeing through manipulation and deception and, self-sabotage. You're not wanting to go it alone anymore. You may have been going it alone for some time. You may have been taking your own path for a while, but in a sense that is if we linger in there and we refuse to open up, right, it becomes self-sabotaging, where we're not really doing anything but getting away with hiding from ourselves and manipulating ourselves. So this is about you really coming out of this self-sabotaging energy and strengthening your bond with yourself and with others. Like, you are on a new path and you are here to be with people that long-lasting relationships, long-lasting friendships, relationships, those are the things that fulfill you, that make you feel safe and secure in this world. And that's what you're here to contribute to. With the refusing to see card, it says that this card speaks about how important it is to see relationships as they really are rather than how you'd like them to be. This is not always an easy or comfortable thing to do. However, in order to make correct decisions in a relationship, you must be clear about it. Are you maintaining the status quo even though the current situation may not meet your needs? Are you at an emotional impasse in a matter of the heart? At this time, you may be withdrawing emotionally from a relationship or the need to make a decision regarding that relationship. Okay, this does not serve your best interests. You must open your eyes and your heart to the truth. By honestly assessing the situation, you'll know just what you need to do. Knowing the truth will make your decision easier and will lead you to more fulfilling relationships, okay? So, I feel like you really are making a decision right now in your life to, and at least what your higher self is telling you, is to let go of relationships and things in your life that are not willing to go the distance with you. Because that's only hurting yourself. And the only way you're going to know is to just look at them for what they are and really be willing to have the courage to have the conversations. If you have mental conflict over a situation, like with the 7, like the swords are all very mental, right? And the wands are very passionate, spiritual energy. And so if we're clouded in our mind, if we're stuck in any sort of thoughts that are negative or limiting to our spirit, to who we really are, it's about not seeing them as good or bad, but just recognizing that not everything is going to be in alignment for you. Not everything is meant for you. And when you recognize what is meant for you and what isn't, you can let it go with no judgment, with no anything. If you have thoughts going on, you need to speak up your truth. You need to speak your truth. And if there's no resolution, then it's okay. You'll feel that peace of being able to walk away and let go. But if you never speak your truth, you're only hurting yourself, because you're holding all of that energy inside your mind, and it's taking away from your ability to open up and build bonds with those you're meant to, over something that will never come to resolution. So making the decision to let go of anything that causes this spiritual conflict within you, or this energy of like just disharmony, okay? Choosing what's in alignment for you, choosing who's in it for the long haul, and just seeing it for what it is, because I'm seeing volcano volatility there. And I feel like you have it's kind of like, it's starting to, the situation is really starting to just grow and become volatile. And you're like, I'm going to blow, so you want to make sure that you can harness this energy and use it to your benefit, and not to pour it into something. Like, even if you were to blow and get upset, is that relationship still going to go the distance? Is it really worth putting your energy into? Let me see what it says here. So it talks about it being a particularly volatile time, with unexpected changes. Some may be dramatic. Some you have no control over. Some occurrences can be so powerful that they shake up what you formerly thought of as the foundation of your security. This may even cause you to reassess the direction of your life, that your life is taking, to question some of your relationships, and to reevaluate the work you've chosen. Okay, and it says, although these events may rock your world, know that spirit is the guiding force behind them. It is a matter of finding your trust that life knows what it's doing in the midst of these storms of change. It also requires you to make adjustments quickly and to not cling to what was, but instead move forward and welcome with your arms wide open what is yet to come. all from a place of being present in this moment. You truly have nothing to fear, okay? Yeah, and then with the angels asking, ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. Okay, definitely ask your angels, go in and pray and meditate to your higher self, to your angels about this situation, to helping you speak your truth, helping you see things for what they are, because there are some things we cannot change, we have no control over, and what we do have control over is choosing to call upon our angels, call upon our inner guidance, call upon love, and say, is this, how can I contribute to the solution of this situation? If the only solution is to walk away, to see it for what it is, to let it go in love, to forgive and move forward, that's what you need to do, because that will allow you to focus on what it is you really want. And it's going to bring you more confidence, it's going to bring you more direction into who's meant for you and who is not. I'm going to read the spiritual law of attraction here and see what it says. The situation you're inquiring about has come to you via the spiritual law of attraction. You've attracted certain people or situations because they mirror your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. In the same way, people and situations that you once found desirable are now moving out of your life as you've shifted your energy through your spiritual path. Like attracts like means that everything and everyone that you draw into your life is similar to your thought patterns. If you want to change what or who you attract, hold more positive, loving, and joyful thoughts. The Ascended Masters and Angels can help you with this shift. So, yeah, you may be going through you are going through a transformational time right now where past relationships may be leaving your life and new ones are coming in, but it's really about you recognizing that there's something to learn from everything, and ultimately it's about making the choice that's true and authentic to who you are, no matter what, and choosing to face the things you need to face so that you can move forward clear, like a clean slate, so that as you move forward, because as you tune into what it is you really want and what it is you're really tuned into, you're not going to attract anything that doesn't feel right to you anymore. But as we grow and change, the people that we used to, engage with, maybe they're not on the same page anymore. They're growing in a different direction. And it's okay. It's not something to harbor or hold anger or guilt or resentment towards or anything. It's just recognizing that what's meant for you can never be taken. And by letting go of the things that are not for you, you allow yourself to claim that path and really walk it and be able to trust. Okay? You have a lot of fire and a lot of passion, and you're here to create some really awesome things, and you're going to have some amazing bonds, some amazing relationships in your life that are going to rock your world. Like, even if it's just one or two or three, like, they're going to be so passionate and so strong and so true that you won't even wonder, you'll understand why you had to go through all this. And it was so that you could learn what it is you don't want, what it is you don't want to have in your life, so that you can see it a mile away, and you won't even attract it anymore, because you'll be focused on love and communication and strengthening and growing and, creating, moving passionately. There will be no more conflict. Okay? So if you don't know what to do, ask your angels, ask your higher self, just pray, just claim. What I do, honestly, in the moments, especially when I don't know what to do, I'm like, okay, let's fill me with your divine thoughts. I am divine love. I am divine love. And every time something comes through, even if it's just to calm me down for a moment. So anyways, I truly hope that this message resonated with you and gave you the clarity and affirmation of your own deep knowing, just moving forward, and keep doing what you're doing because it's amazing. You're very strong, and you're here to heal and strengthen relationships, which is so important. It's the core of what we're doing here. So I thank you so much for your time, your energy, all the love that you're pouring into this world and into yourself, and all that you come into contact with. I'm truly, truly grateful to be a messenger for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you have a beautiful day. And I thank you for being here, subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, all of those wonderful things. I'm truly honored, you guys, and I love you, and I'll see you next time. All right, so we've got group number 4. Group number 4, what is this deep knowing within you? Let's affirm this deep knowing, what's going on with you, okay? Breathe. Isn't that beautiful? Breathe. Breathe. Take a nice deep breath. Oh, wow. Clouds, shape-shifting. Do we have some air signs here? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Focus on service. Okay. Persistence, Lou. A little fire, passion. Just breathe. Oh my goodness. Y'all need to breathe. Take some deep breaths. 3 of Pentacles, reach out. This is the 4 of Swords, and this is strength. Nice. 7 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and High Priestess in reverse. Okay. Wow. All right, you guys. So what I'm seeing here, just right away, I see air and fire. I see somebody putting a lot of time and energy into something, whether it's a relationship or a creative venture, okay, or a soul purpose path, a creative path, or a relationship. And with the 3 of Pentacles here and the Page of Cups, this can be a couple different things, but it's you know, coming together and collaborating with others. It's offering your love, it's offering your creativity, it's receiving you know, new ideas and new inspired ideas from spirit, from your subconscious. Something about, it can also be like, what I'm feeling is like there's some sort of, something is being presented to you. It's something you've thought about for a very long time. It's something you really want to move forward with. But for whatever reason right now, you're not trusting your intuition. You've got the inner strength, you've got the inner knowing to move forward on whatever it is that you're having this deep knowing about. And you're hesitant, whatever it is, there's something you're not seeing clearly, you don't have enough information, maybe there's some things that have yet to be revealed, but your intuition is speaking to you, and it's time for you to really tune into it, like why it's speaking to you. And I'm feeling like you're being asked to take some time out to really reevaluate your life, reevaluate the situation, really tune into your heart space, really tune into your higher self, and breathe. You've put a lot of thought into this, whatever it is. So you're being guided into that direction for a reason, and you really need to tap into your inner strength and follow your intuition, because whatever it is that you have this knowing that you're supposed to move forward, but you're not doing it. You're not doing it. And that's because this is real. That's because this is like your path. And so the fear, the hesitancy is totally normal part of the process. It's like when we know something deep down in our soul, like this is like, could this really be true? Like, yes, I know. This is the time when you really have got to trust your intuition. You're stepping into the unknown. You're stepping into something you've never done before. Okay. I'm going to read the breathe card here before we really get into the reading. It's number 29. Patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, and trust. Okay. Patience in all things is called for right now. What do you need to do when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course. Meditate and trust. Breathe and repeat. Right? Why do we hate hearing that? I always do. I'm always like, oh, well, now I like it. But humans cannot exist without drawing breath. Now is the time to allow the life-giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, and your very essence. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight, and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. Don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, and there is no need for tension. Savor the moment, and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. Okay. So yeah, you have definitely been working long and hard on really bringing something to fruition. And I can tell you're like, when's it all gonna, it's like we want it to go faster. Cause like, he's like staring at his pentacles, his garden here, and he's like, I wish they were ready. But he knows he's got to wait. He's already put all this time and energy into his garden, and he knows that it's going to be worth it when it's all done. But he's just like you are feeling right now, like, just wish it was here already, So your higher self's asking you to be patient, that it's going to pay off, and slow and steady is what is being called for right now. And so because of that, it's best to relax. It's best to tune into allowing, because if we fight it, it adds that energy of resistance. So we have to trust, right? We have to trust. We have to breathe. We have to really allow ourselves to enjoy the moment. Trust in your knowing, your deep knowing that it's all happening. It's all happening the way it's supposed to, and everything will come to fruition exactly when it's supposed to. So maybe you're starting this new journey, this new business. You're collaborating with someone. You want to reach out to someone to collaborate. You've got this new inspired energy of creativity, of love, of something coming from your heart, that really you can feel is going to be fulfilling. The fish represents spirit, and the inspiration coming from spirit, and it's here in the physical, it's in his cup. You've got it right in front of you. It's just about grabbing hold of it and allowing it to manifest, right? The Three of Pentacles is about really collaborating with others of like mind. And I feel like this could be a business because of the Pentacles energy here. But it's something in the material world that you're working on manifesting. And with the Strength card, it's really about tuning into your, it's about being patient as well, and really tuning into that inner strength. And what's really guiding you is your higher self. And sometimes our human selves, our egos, want things to go a lot faster than they should, that we want it right now. But our higher self knows that from a higher perspective, everything is playing out just the way it's supposed to. And there's nothing we can do to make it go any faster. So, it's having compassion for yourself as you're going through these times, that it is challenging. It's not always easy. But instead of getting focused and caught up on the things that aren't moving or working, just do something in that moment to shift your focus, do something that feels good. Cook a delicious meal, make cookies, take a bath, read a book with your kids. Just tune into that energy as if everything is just as you want it. And I know that can be challenging, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And then trusting your intuition is like, you begin to really trust it. It's kind of like you're maybe in this period of time as well where you're really learning how to trust and listen to your intuition and learning how to act on it, and it's a process. Like trusting your intuition is a process, a lifelong. Like I'm almost 40 years old and I'm just now really learning how to listen to it because we're taught not to. We're taught at a young age to not pay attention to it, to discredit it. And so as we come back into that connection with ourselves and, what's beyond the veil in our subconscious and what's beyond duality, the knowledge, the hidden wisdom, that all is within us, truly. But as we learn to trust our intuition again, it's kind of a back and forth thing. Like we'll trust it and we'll act on it, and then we don't see the results right away, and we're like, oh, my intuition was wrong. I don't believe this is not real, none of this is real. I'm just gonna, but it's like, there's a part of us that's like, no, it's okay. That's spirit's like, it's okay, be nice to yourself, and spirit will always be so nice to you. But we know, like, it's like this. So you've got to just have that inner strength to just trust your intuition, no matter what is being said or who's saying it or how much you're doubting it. Like even when you're doubting it, trust it, until you fully come into that place where you just trust it, because it takes time. It really, really does. And even those of us that trust our intuition 100%, we still doubt it because we're human. We're all human. We're all the same. Whatever you're experiencing, I've experienced. And so has everyone else. Like, it's just that those of us that have gone through it, I'm not afraid to admit my mistakes or how much badly I've screwed up or how I've betrayed myself and all these things over the years, because that's just part of the experience. It's about recognizing that we all go through it and seeing yourself as an infinite being, seeing yourself as your higher self, looking at your human self and, telling your human self, it's okay. I know it's taking forever, but you've got to be patient. Like with my children, I'm like, patience, patience is a virtue. It's like easier said than done, right? Like I totally get it. So it's about being persistent and really tuning into that fire within you, that confidence within you, that you are super intuitive. You are being guided. You are so strong. You've got strength here, which means you're someone who is very in touch with their inner strength. You've got some pretty powerful inner strength that you have been able to just breathe or bite your tongue in situations or take the higher road in situations. And maybe sometimes it has you feeling like, when's it my turn? Right? A dear friend just said that to me the other day, and it was like so true. It's like, when's it my turn? When's my stuff gonna fruit? But it's like, it is. You are being recognized right now. So breathe and focus on service. Okay. Focus on what it is that you really love to do that brings you a lot of joy. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in a constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you everything you need. Put your entire focus upon staying in this stream of giving and receiving in every situation and in all that you do. Okay, and then with the clouds shape-shifting, this is about trying on different roles, trying on different characters, trying on different acts of service, and seeing what fits, seeing what you like, seeing what brings out the true, authentic you, and moving forward in that direction. Whatever it is that you love to do, when you're in your authentic spirit, when you're in your authentic essence and you're creating from that place of who you really are, like everything you do becomes an act of service, because your energy alone is healing. Like by being tuned into unconditional love, you're healing. You're healing yourself and you're healing everything, not just the people. You're healing the earth, you're healing the air. Everything is connected. If you're serving, if you're like, oh, I just have to serve people, but you're like totally miserable doing it, you're actually hurting. You're hurting yourself and everyone else. It's about focusing on what actually brings you joy. You know, what do you really, really love doing? How do you, for me, I love doing these readings. Like this to me is like, I'm like, I love doing this for you guys. This is like such a joyful thing for me to do. I love it because I learn, I connect, I support. It gives me life. It gives you life. Like it's a total win-win, right? And I'm not expecting anything in return for it, but I know that what I give to the universe, what I put out, comes back tenfold. And that's something like what we give goes out into the universe, and it comes back to us in all sorts of different ways, not just from that source. It comes back to us in all ways and from all different sources. So it may not come from that exact person or place or thing that you were, you know, pouring your energy into. It may come from a different place, but it always comes back around. And with the clouds shape-shifting, this is about you really getting in touch with who you are, what you love, you know, changing your clothes, changing your home around, changing your, you know, whatever. You don't have to change anything, but it's, if there's something that's not quite right with who you are, get rid of it and replace it. Try new things, explore, discover yourself, and discover that you're multidimensional and you don't have to be the same in every situation, you know, but at the core of who you are, be yourself, choose what is authentic to you, and allow yourself to discover, allow yourself to shapeshift, and also tell yourself you don't have to be one way or the other. You can be red today and purple tomorrow. You can be, you know, you can be the sun one day and the moon the next. Like really, it's just about being authentic. And when you're comfortable in your own skin, when you're comfortable in how you express, like maybe you wear something that makes you feel extra powerful or extra romantic or extra creative. Like you're wearing it because of the way it makes you feel. You're going to a certain place because of the way it makes you feel. That's what you really need to get in tune with, and know that you have the power to shape your reality, to shape your vessel, to shape your experience based on the different elements that you invite in. So whatever it is that you're beginning here or starting or moving forward with, it's really about having patience and trusting and listening to your intuition and staying focused on your joy. You know, stay focused on you. I feel like this is a time of discovery for yourself right now. Whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you're manifesting, is a part of you really stepping into yourself fully, like being comfortable in your own skin and recognizing your own strength, your own abundance, like your own intuition. Like I feel like you're really going through this time to show you who you really are. And I noticed that it's these times of like that seem to take forever. That's when we are truly like, it's to teach us something. So if you can look at it from that perspective of, okay, what am I supposed to be learning right now? You're totally going to sail through it, and you'll be basking at the harvest with Lou here, you know, with all of this wonderfulness that you've poured into whatever it is that you're doing. You'll be reaping the rewards very, very soon. Okay. So just breathe. I love this. Just breathe and trust your intuition. Just breathe, believe, receive. Okay. I love you so much. I truly hope this affirmed resonated, just gave you that clarity of your own deep knowing and what you came here to do. And you know that you're on the path, that everything is just as it should be, and just gave you that extra strength to keep moving forward and trust yourself. Okay, trust your intuition. Trust it. It's when we don't that we keep feeling stuck, you know. So trust it and take chances. You know, if it tells you to take a chance, do it. If it doesn't, don't. But whatever it is that makes you feel good in your own skin is the direction I see that your higher self's asking you to go, and be patient. Okay, I love you very much. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Truly, truly grateful, you guys, and I will see you all the next pick a card. Lots of love. Crystal Lynn. Peace out.